How much you charge for that? Well, they send you the sneakers and I charge them $400. I stay busy with everything.
So we got to work together to make it great. So I got to listen. It is go time. I hope it's go time for you too. Membership or something for you to get in there?
Yeah, you have to.
And I am back, and I am back, and I am back. Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising, everybody. This is actually a live show that I'm doing. I decided to do a live show because, listen, y'all, I am so excited. Betty, Monique, and everybody out there in YouTube and Facebook land, I am so excited because the GOAT was on the radio this morning, okay? Wendy Williams herself was on the Breakfast Club this morning. Y'all, when I tell you that is one of the best birthday presents, because I don't know about y'all, but I am an avid Wendy follower. Wendy is one of the reasons why you see so many of us doing this right now. Okay, Wendy Williams is that person that came before us. Okay, Wendy Williams was different than Oprah. Wendy Williams got down into the business. Okay, Oprah, we all love Oprah. Oprah is the GOAT as well, but they had two different lanes. Janice, they had two different lanes. Daisy, they had two different lanes. Everybody, so because of that, I look at these women as the women that paved the way for me to be able to get up here and do what I'm doing right now, y'all. They did it. And if y'all have been following, what was out there is that Wendy was incapacitated. They were saying that her mind was incapacitated. And when I heard that, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it made me a little bit down. When I saw what Wendy was going through, it made me a little bit down. And those of you who are over here on Facebook or YouTube, please let me know if the connection is slow. I recently changed internet carriers. I have to go back to the other internet carrier because I don't know what's going on over here. And y'all, this is me working to not get frustrated because I don't know what's going on over here on Facebook and YouTube. But this is going to be fixed by Monday, everybody, because I can't be having a lagging internet connection. I can't have this happen. Mark feels. But Wendy was on the Breakfast Club, and I am going to play a little bit of what she was saying on the Breakfast Club. And big shout out to Charlemagne, DJ Envy, just hilarious, and Taylor over there at the Breakfast Club, y'all, because we needed this. I needed this, James Pettigrew. I needed this. And a lot of other people out there probably needed to see that Wendy is okay. That Wendy is okay. I remember when Wendy got sick. Hey, Shanice, Grand Rising to you, beautiful. When everything was going down with Wendy, I never thought that it would get to the point where we would be talking about she was incapacitated. I never thought we would get there, but we got here. And that was a little bit, it kind of took you aback, especially if you are a woman who has gone through some things like Wendy did, Mary. If you are a woman or even a man, I don't even want to generalize it into a woman. If you are anybody who has gone through some things as far as a relationship, then you felt the pain that Wendy felt. On top of that, this was her manager. This was her person. This was her husband. This was her confidant. This was the person that was never supposed to go against her. Okay, don't give nobody any ammunition to use against me if you calling yourself loving me. I don't care if you're sleeping with the person. You don't lay up there pillow talking, giving them ammunition to use against me. Are you kidding me? No. Like, he did all the wrong things. And then on top of that, he went and made a baby. Now, like I said earlier on my TikTok, I am one that I don't think that the kids have anything to do with it, because I am allegedly my father's last child. Okay. My siblings are all older than I am. So I can overstand that, because I always felt a little weird by me being so much younger than my siblings and not even having a relationship with my siblings. That made it, I felt a little way about that, So my thing is, the kids ain't got nothing to do with it. For me as a woman, to have a baby made in a relationship, that does something to you. Absolutely, it does something to you, because that is a constant reminder of what was done, the infidelity that was done. That baby was a constant reminder. And it is my understanding, like so many women, and I had this discussion with my own mother, y'all. Hey, Miss Faye, I had this discussion with my own mom, y'all. A lot of women feel, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, Bree, Lori, Fan, correct me if I'm wrong. Some people, and I'll just say women because I'm a woman. Some women feel that, okay, I know that the man is going to do what the man is going to do. As long as he don't bring it home, I don't have a problem with it. Now, I had this discussion with my own mother, and my mother told me that. My mother told me that she knew that her husband was going to do what he was going to do as long as he didn't bring it home. And it is my understanding that the Queen, Wendy Williams, felt the same way. Now, the allegations are out there that her husband had been doing this for years, had went and got a house, all of that for years, had been doing this, and she was doing her own thing until the baby came. That changes things. Do I believe that the child is to blame? Absolutely not, because it's the parents that laid down and made that baby. It's the parents now that has to take on that responsibility and explain to this child what happened. Because there's children right now walking around that is a product because their parents were cheating with each other. And because of that, now that child is going to wear that. And some of y'all out here cheating with people, y'all need to recognize that the child is the one ultimately that pays the price, that feels that pain, because now they're being side-eyed, because now they're the other child. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that goes to that. And I have a huge opinion about this because, like I said, in my own life, I'm the baby. I was the baby of my father's children. And because of the age difference and a lot of other factors, I always felt away. So I just feel that it is not the child's fault. It is not the child's fault. It's the parents' fault. So Wendy, she had a lot to say in this interview, and I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of it, everybody. So because I do not want this to get struck down. So let me just put this up here. Let me just put this up here, put the goat up here, and play a little bit of what she said on the Breakfast Club this morning. Well, I guess I need to be sharing my screen before I do that, everybody. So let me share my screen. Now, you all will not be able to see it, but you can listen to it. I'm not going to show the video. It's the Breakfast Club, but make sure you pull up to the Breakfast Club there. YouTube page. The full interview is out there right now. I think, listen, it's a great day in the media world for a lot of us.
Essentially, like what some would call a luxury prison, right? This is her room. That's literally her apartment. But the thing about this apartment.
Now, this is Wendy's niece talking right now, everybody, just to give you, hey, Rev Marcus, Grand Rising to you, just to give you an idea of what's going on. Her niece was on the phone while she was on with the Breakfast Club this morning. And this is her niece who you hear speaking right now.
And you know this, not Wendy, because you're there. It's small. She has a bed, a chair, a TV, a bathroom, and she's looking out one window. The buildings across the street. That's her life.
Excuse me, and excuse me.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me pause it for a minute. Did y'all hear Wendy? Excuse me. Okay, Wendy is fine. Wendy is fine. Now, she may not have all that she had prior to, because she went through some things. Anybody that has gone through some things, you are not going to come out the same. You are not going to come out the same. For them to put this out there that she is mentally incompetent or her cognitive skills are not there. Like I said, she went through a lot. She lost her mom. She lost her husband. You know, a child was made, and then she lost her show. Well, not even lost. All of these changes were going on. So she's not going to be the same. And she still has to process that. It's only year 3. It took me 7 years to get up out of my mess after me and my ex. Listen, y'all, when you love somebody like that, when you love somebody the way that they were married. This was a marriage. So of course she's not going to be better overnight. That's not how it works, y'all. That's just not how it works. Let me finish playing a little bit of this.
money, I had this person buy the TV, the kind of TV I like, a large TV. You understand what I'm saying? Through this person, because all of my stuff is in storage. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's in storage. And by the way, that was to sell my apartment. But anyway.
Is the person your guardian? Is that who you're referring to, your guardian?
Yes.
Well, Sabrina Morrissey is her name. And right now, A&E Network, A&E Network and Lifetime were sued by Sabrina. She claims they exploited you in a vulnerable state. They exploited your condition, and I'm putting condition in air quotes. You signed to do that documentary without your consent, but A&E and Lifetime countersued and said that Sabrina realized the documentary would question the quality of her own guardianship. It actually says in the lawsuit, it appears that Morrissey is misusing her position as a guardian of Williams to silence criticism of her controversial and failed administration of the guardianship. They even used the words guardianship abuse. What do you think of that?
Well, first of all, me and the person that you were just talking about, this guardian person, we watched that 4-part thing on TV together. She was the one who wanted to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm watching and writing things down, and she's watching and writing things down. And I saw her. I saw all of that, by the way. And what do I think about being abused? Listen, look, this system is broken. That this system that I'm in, this system, it has falsified a lot. You know what I'm saying? They
said you're cognitively impaired and you're incapacitated.
Do I seem that way?
Okay.
You've been calling me 5 times a day for the last 2 weeks. No, you don't seem.
Okay, I am going to stop sharing my screen, y'all. Okay, there you have it. There you have it. Big shout out to Charlamagne. This is why I love Charlamagne the God. Say what y'all want to say. I'm just used to, listen, our Black men just are very passionate about something. And no, I do not agree with everything that a lot of people say. But some people that I follow, like Charlamagne, Damon Dash, listen, Denzel, it's because there's things that they have learned throughout their life that can teach me something. I'm ready now. That can teach me something. Big shout out to Charlamagne, because say what y'all want to say, his heart is in a good place. And y'all know the story of what happened with Charlamagne and Wendy and her husband. So he could have been a jerk and be like, I don't care. That's on her. But no, when you have a good heart, when you really have a good heart, y'all, when you for real have a good heart, you are able to forgive and forget and just let that stuff go, especially when you see somebody that you once loved or had feelings for, or anything, any type of relationship is being taken advantage of. That's adulting. That's what men and women do. That's how you support and take care of each other. That is how. So right now, I need everybody to hashtag free Wendy Williams, because this is an example of what can happen. This is why it is so imperative, y'all, that we lay the groundwork and have these plans in place in case of. I think about my own mom, and had she not had the family that she has, anything could have happened. I have friends and family that work in these nursing homes, and if you don't have anybody checking for you, anything can happen. Anything can happen. A conservatorship is supposed to conserve, is supposed to take care of things when you are not unable to. But if we're being honest, Muriel, Vette, hey, welcome back, Vette. If we're being honest, there are some people who are in dire needs, and if they're a conservator and it ain't right, then you gonna mess it up. Because you too focused on what you need and not what the person you are supposed to be taking care of needs. And that seems to be this case, everybody. And there were already allegations that this woman had some misuse of funds already. This is sad, but this is what can happen. This is what can happen, Melanin Pop. And this is definitely what can happen. So I want to say I am all smiles today. I am all smiles. Wendy said that I think she's going back to radio, y'all, because she said in there, hey, Lil LaFleur, she said during the interview that she, television was good for her, but her heart, I feel this too, Wendy, my heart, I love the radio. I love the radio. I love the music. That's why I want to incorporate that. My Friday show is going to be me vibing, because it's something about music, the way it moves you, and then to add a great conversation with that, y'all, it's like paradise for me. Crazy Sunshine, it is like paradise for me, because I'm vibing to the music, and at the same time I'm talking through my feelings. And I'm sure Wendy misses that, because that's how she got started. When I first moved to Delaware back in early 2000s, mid 2000, it was like 2004, 2005, I was able to listen to Wendy Williams. She was in Philadelphia at this time, because y'all know, if the allegations are true, and what she said about Diddy, she said Diddy, and Diddy do it, and Diddy did not. What didn't he do? Basically, is what Wendy said. And she's happy that finally he's being taken down. Y'all, because you know the allegations are that it was Puffy, it was Diddy that got Wendy removed from the radio station in New York, and she had to go on over to Philadelphia. Now, at this time, I didn't know this. All I knew, just like with Charlemagne, I'm in South Carolina listening to Charlemagne, like, oh, he just saying whatever he wants to say. I'm in like 2001, 2002. I'm in, no, it was 2001, 2002, something like that. I'm in South Carolina for a funeral, and and Charlemagne the God, the name stands out. So these shock jocks that they were called, because you didn't really see anybody doing what it is that they were doing. Hey, Zakia, you didn't really see anybody except for Howard Stern. You didn't see anybody that looked like us doing that. So here comes Wendy, and here comes Charlemagne. That's why the Breakfast Club, because Charlemagne is, when you grow up kind of under people, you kind of pick certain traits up from them. So what you see is the evolution of Wendy. Like, Wendy grew a lot of us up in these streets, in these journalism, life, entertainment streets, y'all. She did. Without Wendy, without Oprah, without Tamron Hall, because Tamron Hall was the first Black journalist that I saw on the Today Show, and that floored me. So I'm following Tamron. These are just people that I'm following that I saw, because it was, listen, y'all, it still shocks me. When I moved to Chicago, I was surprised at the amount of people that looked like me that were on television, y'all, because when you don't see it, you don't believe it. And coming from a small town, which is very, very segregated, again, if you don't see it, you don't believe it. So seeing people like Wendy and hearing them on the radio, and seeing like the Tamron Halls and people in the Oprahs, you know, that does something for people that look like me, because we don't see many examples. I was having a conversation early this morning with one of my daughters, and we were talking about that, like representation, and just, I'm thinking about this because I'm thinking about all the stuff that's going on in the news right now, all the people that are being taken down. And I want to slide into this Diddy situation now. And Diddy is fighting back, as he should. You know, he's fighting back. He's requesting that these alleged freak-off videos, which shows the allegations that are against him, be shown. And unfortunately, if the reports are correct, they have not been able to pull up any actual evidence where these allegations of ex abuse and all of that is being done. So will Diddy be able to come home based on this? We don't know, but we do know this: money talks, doesn't it? Money talks. Money talks. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that, everybody, because who knows? I know Wendy, when they brought up Diddy, Wendy was like, man, Diddy, what didn't he do? What didn't he do for years? And I know other people that, you know, especially if you are coming from the city or even working in that industry, a lot of people knew what was going on with Diddy, starting from the college incident at Howard University. A lot of people were upset that he even made it as far as he did because of the incident that happened at Howard University, everybody. So, you know, we were loving him. And that goes into what my daughter and I were talking about this morning, because we have so little representation. We are not so quick to talk about the things that go on. But at the same time, everybody, you know, it's really not a no-win situation, because you don't really want to talk about these things because it's Diddy, right? And we would be lying if we were to say that Diddy did not make an impact on a lot of us. Diddy is the reason why we are listening to some of the people that we're listening to now. We would be lying, Rachel Grand Rising, we would be lying if we did not, acknowledge that. But at the same time, everybody, we also have to keep in mind, Miss Tia, Big Mike, we also have to keep in mind that when a person is, money magnetizes who the person already is. So if you were already a crappy person, Hunty, Mama Jenny, if that person was already a crappy person, Mama Jenny, then that money that they get is only going to magnetize, Carlene, who they are. It's just going to make it even larger. And then when you couple that with yes people who aren't going to stand up to you, people who are going to say yes sir, yes ma'am, talking about let me bow down to you. When you have people who are just going to yes you all day, then you do have this false sense of reality. You do have this false sense of godliness. And I feel like that's a lot what happened. That's a lot of what happened. We have now this false sense of godliness because you were a crappy person to begin with, right? Right? Wendy Williams had the fact Charlemagne is a poser. That's all I'm saying, y'all. It just magnetizes the person that you already are. And we have to keep in mind, I think about, like during the conversation, I said, we got to talking about, some of the men and women that we look up to, such as Damon Dash. And a lot of people don't like Damon Dash, even Dr. Umar. A lot of people don't like Dr. Umar. Do I agree with everything they say? Absolutely not. But can I learn from them? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of great stuff that Dr. Umar has to say. And Damon Dash always. Also, I follow America New. You darn right. Because I want to see Damon Dash make it. Because I realized, too, that some of what he was saying is true. It is about who you know. And yes, there are gatekeepers. Why would we lie to ourselves? I think that we have this false reality. I know that the shades have been lifted off my eyes in this pretty. I believe that he probably has been done wrong in some occasion. Now, do I think that Damon Dash has a tendency to get in his own way? Absolutely. Because you got to own up to your Dame Dash. Thank you for being who you are, Dame Dash, and showing us the way. And I love what you and Raquel are doing right now, but just stay out your way. The latest interview that he posted yesterday on American New is with him and his son. And that, I think, like, I'm seeing the softer side of Damon Dash. And I think Raquel has a lot to do with it, because if you got a good woman, Sid Sweat, if you got a good woman, they can definitely calm the beast. Just like if you have a good man, Big Mike, they can calm that beast that's inside of you. It just is what it is. Some of us just need to be calm. You need that inner beast to be calmed. And when you have somebody that can do that, then man, you have a winner chicken dinner. And I think that that's what we are seeing. If you are following Dame Dash and American New Network, then you'll see the latest episode. They're talking, him and Raquel are talking, and their little son, I think his name is Esco, comes in, and just the love and the realness in that of that scene just made me have a little bit extra compassion for Damon Dash, and to realize that you just another Black man in America that has gone through some things tragically, like a lot of Black men that I know, gone through some things. And unfortunately, we see the things that you go through, just like me. I was showing people the things that I was going through instead of revealing Vette Green. You know what I mean? Some of us, we show up as our tragedy, as our trauma, as that pain and suffering that we've gone through, instead of showing up as the person that we are aspiring to be. We let the pain and suffering, chirpy chirp, show up prior to us showing up. So that's why it is imperative, okay? It is imperative, y'all, that we show up as ourselves and not let the pain and suffering and trials and tribulations show up and siffy, right? Sid Sweat said they be winning materialistically, but losing souls. Don't envy the wicked. That part. Come on now. Come on now. Big Mike said an instigator. I like that. Yes. Yes. Can we talk about these materialistic wins, y'all? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Clothes don't make people. Can we talk about that? Thank you, Willing to Real. Can we talk about that the clothes do not make the person makes the clothes? Can we talk about that, Cover Lover? because a lot of people right now are losing a lot of things. And I want to go into the fires and the ceasefire as well, but I want to go into the fires in California. You see a lot of stuff going on. I guess Kim Kardashian may have packed up prior to fires. I guess Kim Kardashian, a lot of people were upset because there's some rhetoric going on, and I do not know how true this is, everybody. I do not know how true this is. But there's some Instagram, TikToks going around right now where Kim Kardashian is saying where she packed up her house, and I guess she hired private firefighters. I don't see anything wrong with that, child. I don't see anything wrong. If she's able to hire private fire people to douse out her house, I'm still upset about some pictures that were left of my kids 20 years ago. I'm still upset about that. So if you can save imagine your house, everybody. I think we have to stop thinking about what a person has and think about, what we have and how we would feel had we were to lose that stuff, Khalil, right? D, Marvo? I think we have to start thinking like that and not thinking about the lack of what we don't have, because if we start thinking about that, we can't even have empathy for people. Like, these are real life people that are going through some real life things. I don't care how much their bank account looks like, what their bank account looks like. They're still going through some stuff. So yeah, Kim Kardashian fire shows her house on fire is trending. So let's look at one of the posts, everybody. And you know what? This is the thing too, because there's so much out there right now, y'all. Since this election happened, you don't even know what to believe on. You just don't know what to believe anymore on some of this stuff. So you really, really, really have to do your due diligence before you get to talking about stuff on this here internet. You really do. You have to do your due diligence. And yeah, everybody. So I'm not even going to get into the Kim Kardashian thing. Let's talk about this Gaza ceasefire. What are your thoughts right before Donald Trump? Right before Donald Trump takes office. What are your thoughts on that? I'm going to play a clip of it. I'm glad that it is finally about to be over. There was a lot of loss on both sides. I'm going to play a clip from NBC News, everybody. Let me share my screen here.
Good afternoon. It's a very good afternoon. Because at long last, I can announce a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached between Israel and Hamas. More than 15 months of conflict began with Hezbollah's brutal massacre on October the 7th.
Is it me, y'all? Hey, DJ Larry Loud, help me understand, everybody. And maybe it is just me. Some of you out here may, be a little bit more versed than I am. But doesn't it seem like it is so funny how all of a sudden, like literally days before Trump is supposed to take office, now there's a ceasefire? What about all those other days and all those lives that were lost because of this, because of people fighting for land that belongs to somebody else? Doesn't that sound kind of familiar? Y'all trying to take over something that's not even theirs? Let's move on.
More than 15 months of terror for the hostages, their families, the Israeli people. More than 15 months of suffering by the innocent people of Gaza. Fighting in Gaza will stop, and soon the hostages will return home to their families. The elements of this deal were what I laid out in detail this past May, which was embraced by countries around the world and endorsed overwhelmingly by the UN Security Council. Good afternoon. It's a very good afternoon.
So I don't know, everybody. I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad that it's over, that there is a ceasefire, but it does make me wonder, right? Big Mike said, it's funny when they started mocking God, add those awards, and the fire started after that. Yeah. Sid Sweat said, you do what you want with your money. He said, the smartest play isn't chasing money, it's settling the board so it chases you. That part right there, because it will, and it has. That's exactly what happens, Sid Sweat. That's exactly what happens. Hey, Splatter76. Hey, Julio Gonzalez. I don't know, everybody. What are your thoughts about the ceasefire? What are your thoughts over here about the ceasefire? I really don't even know what to say about it. I just think that with all the chaos and stuff, the chaos and commotion since the start of this year, and now it's leading up to, January 20th is literally right around the corner. Literally around the corner. And now there's a ceasefire. All those months, y'all. All those people. And I'm talking about on both sides, because both sides lost. In war, everybody loses. I don't care who claims victory. Everybody loses. Hey, program rising to you. Everybody loses. We will be live on the morning show on Saturday. Everybody, make sure you come celebrate my birthday with me this Saturday. My bro said we are going to be having a ball. So what's your thoughts on this ceasefire, everybody? I don't know. Moving on. So there were a couple things that came in my atmosphere today, and they had to do with relationships. Now, women, ladies, I'm about to play something that some people may not agree with, but I do want to ask you, ladies, is this you? Ladies, is this you? So now the views and opinions are not the views and opinions of Green Links, okay? But I do need to listen. When we need our feet held to the fire, we need our feet held to the fire. Sheila Grant Sharon, when we need our feet held to the fire. And look, you know what? I'm just going to play this. And then I want to open up the discussion. Hang on.
Treat them like princesses, but y'all act like niggas.
Wait a minute, y'all.
The average female is an 18-year-old. Women be wanting niggas to treat them like princesses, but y'all act like niggas, bro. In today's generation, in today's society, the average female is an 18-year-old nigga, bro.
Y'all can't hear this.
You move like a nigga. You walk like a nigga. Y'all live like niggas, bro. Y'all eat, drink, sleep, piss, go to the club, smoke hookah. You live like a pirate, real life, bro. All y'all do is crab broils, drink, and smoke. That's a pirate-based lifestyle. And then you be coming to the nigga talking about something. Why can't you treat me and let me live in my femininity and let me be submissive? You don't want to be submissive, nigga. The moment a nigga try to goddamn be a nigga, bro, the female goddamn is like, you're doing too much. Hey, bro, I ain't finna get into that shit because it's a very controversial statement, but a lot of people can agree. Females be saying they want to be feminine and they be saying they want to live.
Ladies, I'm going to stop it right there. Is what he's saying true? So I just played a video, and in this video, the guy is saying that females say they want to be in their soft girl era, but at the end of the day, we want to act like dudes. We want to act like dudes, Cynthia Susie. We want to act like dudes, Julio. Is that what's going on, ladies? Do we want to act like dudes? I want to open up the discussion because I do have some things to say here. Do we have some females that definitely are alphas? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do we have some females out here that's hotter than some of these men? Possibly. But y'all, my question is why? Because we do have some females out here that's just born like that, okay? Some females just born like that. But we do have some females out here that's portrayed like that because we have had to be like this. Nobody that I know want to always have to be strong. Now, he goes on to say that there's some females out here acting, doing men things, such as smoking, drinking, and all of that. Listen, growing up, I was taught that if you are going to be out here drinking, thank you, Donald. Thank you, Donald. If you are going to be out here drinking as a lady, you need to carry yourself a certain way. I hold that to this day. You aren't going to see me outside putting no bottles of no, Miss Johnson, best friend. I'm not doing all of that because I'm a lady. You're not going to see me tossing it back. I'm not doing that. But you see some females out here portraying like a dude. You harder than the dude. You out here doing dude things. Solange, that's just my feelings on it. I'm going to carry myself like a lady. Okay. Listen, at home, I'm drinking out of a wine glass. Okay. I'm drinking out of a wine glass because I'm always in my soft girl era. And I do feel like there are some females out here that can be a little bit softer. I'm just saying, have a little bit of class to you. You don't have to be as hard. I know, ladies, we go through some things, but we do not have to show it on that. Listen, y'all, I think that if you are looking for something different, then maybe it's time to act a little different. And yeah, ladies, I'm holding our feet to the fire. We do have some tendencies. We do have some females out here that's just as hard as some of these dudes. I'm just saying, growing up, I was taught that ladies not supposed to be standing on the corner drinking. Like, that's just not something you do as a lady. I don't think that's something you do as a man either, but you really don't supposed to be doing that. I remember when and I'm not saying that you should teach somebody to drink, but I'm happy that we were taught how to carry ourselves as we were learning how to do this adulting thing. You just listen, we used to go to the playground. It's just certain things that you just don't do. I'm not going to be walking down the street with a can of beer drinking it. I'm just not going to be doing that. I'm not even going to be drinking out of a can of beer. I'm just not going to do that. And I know some people may think that there's nothing wrong with that, and that's your opinion. But yeah, listen, and listen, sis, what you know, I'm old school. I just am. Listen, I am who I am. I am Sister Green's daughter, and I didn't see Sister Green doing certain things. Me and my sister ain't see my mother doing certain things, so we not gonna do it. We aren't gonna do it. I'm sorry, and I know some people may feel like I might be being judgmental up here, and it's not. It's just that I think if you are a lady and you carry yourself like that, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy life, but there's a certain decorum I feel like as ladies we need to have about us. You can't say that you want to be a wife and you out here acting like something else. That's all I'm saying. You can't say that you want to be this, but you out here carrying yourself as something else. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I think we need to ask ourselves, well, what is it that I'm asking for and how am I portraying myself? Because, y'all, you know what? I am going to play a little bit more of that video that he said, because I think we need to have a little bit more discussion. And those of you who are raising young men and women, y'all, let me play a little bit more of this video because it is definitely worth playing. It's definitely worth, wrong one. It's definitely worth playing the rest of.
Inside they got them, what's that shit called? They be wanting to live inside I'm trying to think of what it's called. They soft girl era. Y'all ain't no soft girls. Y'all niggas is thugs. Y'all females around this bitch talking about some Brody and no cap, and y'all be out here calling niggas twin and some more shit, man. The day a female called me twin, all that princess shit out the window, man. Use the bro on God. And you shouldn't feel no type of way when I treat you like the bro. The fuck, twin? Come on now. How the fuck you acting like King James and you want me to treat you like Queen Elizabeth? Get the fuck out of here, cuz.
He said what he said, y'all. He said what he said, and I agree. I agree, Marilyn Amos. I think, we do need more demure. I think we do, y'all. I know, ladies, we didn't had to hold down the fort for a very long time, and some of us, we still holding down that fort in our mind, so we feel like we have to square up and do all of this. No, you don't have to. Unless you identify as that, you do not have to. If you identify as something, then get in your soft girl era. You know what I mean? Get in your soft girl era. Mr. Fool again. Tell these ladies, get in a soft girl era. and be in it for real, calibrate. Because depending on what you want, you may want to soften your self up a little bit. A man is supposed to, in my head, I believe in old school traditions. The man is supposed to lead the household or whatever, but he also has to be a leader. And the female, I'm not saying the female is supposed to be a housewife, because Vette Green is for sure. I am not that, y'all, not at all. But I do believe that there's certain roles that we all are supposed to have in our lives. I just believe that, y'all. You have one part in the lead and the other one right there with you. That's just how I feel. That's my thinkings on it, DJ Larry Loud. That's my thoughts on it. So everybody, is TikTok leaving us or not? Is TikTok leaving? I don't know, y'all. They keep has anybody downloaded that red app? I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing all of that. Like I said earlier, I am on fan base. I'm not downloading the app. So right now, what Forbes is reporting is that the Supreme, let me go to another article, y'all. I like reading from CNN. And there are alternatives. Oh, wait a minute. I actually wanted to play a video, everybody. I wanted to play a video of a guy. And y'all, why they out here trying to say LeBron out here cheating in Toronto? Like what? Like LeBron. Don't do that. Don't do that. It just goes to show y'all, listen. I remember when I was married, my ex didn't want me going to certain cities either. Didn't want me going to certain places either. Now I learned why. LeBron, I hope you didn't do that. And if you did, I hate that it has to play out in the public like this. And I hope that you and your wife can get it together enough to know that it ain't even worth it. Getting out of your marriage. I pray to God that y'all can work it out if the allegations are true. And now these women ain't for you, LeBron. They ain't gonna keep their mouth shut because the moment you don't do something that they want, here they are running their mouth. I tell everybody, a woman is going to tell on themselves. Don't be out here cheating, because they're going to tell on themselves. They want that woman to know that they land with you. They want that woman to know that when you are gone, that they are with you. Okay? You think you got them under control because you buying them all types of stuff? You giving them some money here and there? A woman is going to tell on themselves if they are laying with your man. Catch the energy. Always catch the energy. Like I always listen. Don't give nobody no ammunition to use against me. That's what I say. I believe, listen, be loyal to me. Don't give nobody no ammunition to use against me. You think you all in Toronto doing all of this stuff, thinking that these women ain't gonna be mad when you leave and go back to the Americas, okay? Maryland, when he leave to go back to the Americas. LeBron, I hope you're not out here cheating. I hope you aren't. And if you are, I hope that you and your wife can work it out. I really, really do. We don't have enough examples of what real marriages look like and how it looks when you work it out. We don't. But LeBron, if you are LeBron, you better fix it. I'm telling you, you better fix it, especially because some of these women that you allegedly out here cheating with don't look like your wife. That's another issue that I know is going to be an issue, okay? We already mad, y'all. Don't come on now, LeBron. You better get it together. I'm just saying. Look, I done got myself mad, y'all. Y'all see how quick I done got myself mad thinking about this? Is TikTok leaving? We don't know. Trump is considering a plan to save TikTok. Now, some people think that Trump did already save TikTok, and it's gonna be like, oh, Trump saved TikTok, let's love him, but it's already in play. I think if TikTok was going to be banned, we probably would know. I think right now that it's more of a push to probably download that red app and other things going on. I don't know. I just don't see TikTok being banned. But there was a video, everybody, that I wanted to play. I was actually going to play it this weekend, but I was thinking about playing it today. I know I sent it. Okay. There was a video of a young male talking about what's going to happen if TikTok is banned. And basically what he's saying is that if you have the app on your phone already, I think I emailed it to myself. If you have the app already on your phone, it'll probably be running slow. It will no longer be available in the App Store or the Google Play Store. Let me see. What else was he saying? Hopefully I can find the video, everybody. So basically, what he was saying is that you're going to have some connectivity issues because remember, you're trying to access an app that is really no longer available here in the Americas. This is like worst case scenario of what's going to happen. What's going to happen if TikTok bans. Let me see if I can find it that way. It was such a great video as well, everybody. And he was a young guy. Oh, and then, well, there could be a possible extension as well. I did hear that. So, yeah, just know. Catch me on YouTube, catch me on Facebook, Instagram. If TikTok goes away, you can catch me on any of those apps. All right. I like TikTok because it is wide open. We do have the ability to reach more people over here on TikTok. But in the event that it does go away, you know where to find me. Subscribe to our channel. Sid Sweat said, empowering women doesn't mean women acting like men. It means a woman shouldn't have to act like a man in order to be powerful. I agree, Sid Sweat. I agree. I think that as women, especially as Black women, we are forced to be strong many times for many different reasons. And nobody I know want to be like this. And I think that because of that, and because we had these strong women also raising us, a lot of us didn't get a chance to see that soft woman in order for us to know how to act great. Thankfully, I had one of the mamas. My mama was not one of the mamas that was just, I don't like saying it like that. I just know that what I realize in this big old age that I am is that representation matters. You do what you see. Examples matter. You need to have an example of how to act in order to act like that. You just do. And I did what I saw. And thankfully, listen, they told me I act country, and then I'll take that. I blame it on my grandma. Blame it on my grandma and my mama. I just believe certain things. That's all. I do have a traditional view of things as far as just certain things. Do I believe everybody have a right to love everybody? Absolutely. I do. I believe that. Like some things I hold traditionally, and other things I'm just like, yeah, you can miss me with that one because y'all trying to tell me that it's God and then no, that ain't my Father God. My Father God don't care about who you're loving on, who you're sleeping with, all of that. Now that's where I'm not traditional. But as far as some things, I do believe that if you are in a heterosexual relationship, then the man is supposed to be leading. And even if you are not in a heterosexual relationship, because what I also realized, everybody, that even if you are in a gay relationship, there's always somebody who is the leader, even in those relationships. Like you gotta be, man, I cannot wait to bring some of these shows to y'all because I really want y'all to have a full understanding of different relationships. And there are so many different relationships out there. And I want to educate y'all because I had to get educated. I had to get educated because I have 6 children. And out of those 6 children, you can just imagine I have a little bit of everything, y'all. I have a little bit of everything. And before y'all get to telling my kids there's something wrong with them, I'm going to empower them and know that they got a mama who loves them, Mama Bear, okay? It ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You can love who you want to love, okay? Because your mama got your back, and that's what matters. So I want to educate y'all and bring y'all into a little bit of what I had to learn about all types of relationships, whether it is poly. You have people out here who are asexual. You have people out here who are heterosexual, bisexual, all types of sexuals, okay? We've been led to believe that you can only love one kind of way and it has to look a certain kind of way. It's BS, y'all. It's BS. And we are here to help y'all understand that it is all BS. Shed everything that you learned, because a lot of it was a lie. I don't care who want to come up against me. A lot of it was a lie, and you know it. That's why you living in misery, okay? That's why a lot of people living in misery, because they want to hold on to some of them things, and some of them things is no longer serving us, and that's one I hope we get rid of in 2025. But with the removal of DEI, y'all, I don't know. Unlearn to relearn. Exactly, DJ Larry Loud. You have to unlearn to relearn and learn that people are just people. People are just people. I hate when I look, and I think it's because I'm such a feeling person. I'm such an empath that I feel so deeply for people who have been led to believe that something is wrong with them. Like, we have enough depression and stuff out here and mental illness out here that for somebody to, be led to believe that something is wrong with them just because they want to dress a certain kind of way or they want to love on somebody. You know what I mean? It's just so ludicrous to me. I think it's a beautiful thing that we can all be individuals. I think it's a beautiful thing that we can show our true selves through our hair and the way we dress and all of that. That's how I feel. Muta said, Google King Clifford Jefferson, important. Okay. All right. Unlearn to relearn. Exactly. You have to unlearn to relearn, everybody. So I think we didn't did everything that I didn't wrote down for today. Make sure you tune into the morning show podcast on Saturday. We are going to be live around 10 a.m. Y'all come celebrate my birthday with me. I'm going to, if the Lord says the same, I am going to be a blessed 49 years old. This is going to be my first birthday that I experienced. Getting choked up. This is going to be my first birthday that I experienced without my mama being here. Whew. We've had we've had a few birthdays, and my mom was normally the first person to call a lot of people. I think it hit me when my auntie had her birthday in September, and I called her to say happy birthday. And yes, I'm a Capricorn, and it hit her that my mom was normally the first person to tell her happy birthday. Yes, she is here with me, so yeah, y'all, that's gonna be different. But yeah, change some plans. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make sure I stay happy that day. Make sure I stay happy that day. So y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. I got to drop some tears right now. I love y'all. Long life. Have a wonderful, wonderful day on purpose.
This is a Green Links Media production. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the bell to be reminded when we go live.